Okay, we're going to be talking about using exponents. So your notes tonight should be about using exponents and then evaluating expressions, meaning just solving and getting an answer after you are using your exponents. So today is September 4th. Our first example that we're going to talk about is how to look at it when we get a problem. So first we have example 1, and we're going to say that we have 13n. And they give us n equals 3. So if we are evaluating, which would be the other way to saying solve or give me an answer, you're going to first write down your original problem. You're then going to say, okay, I'm going to plug in my n value. And I would recommend parentheses, because if this becomes a negative number, you might struggle if you forget. So if you put the parenthesis in, it shows you to save it as, use that exact number of what n is. And I'll show you with a negative in a minute. So now we're just going to solve. We've plugged it in. 13 times 3 is 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 1 is 3. So our answer is 39. Now let me show you one where you have a negative. So let's say we have 13n plus a negative 4, and n is a negative 3. So here's my original problem, and I want to plug in my value of n. So my first step would be to do times that negative 3 plus a negative 4. And we already know 13 times 3 is 39, but a negative times a positive is a negative 39 plus a negative 4. Notice I'm copying down the rest of my problem. I'm not trying to combine two steps at once. Negative 39 plus a negative 4 is negative 43, and I box my answer. Okay, now this goes right along with using GEMDAS, and so I'm going to show you another example that still is using exponents, still evaluating, but we also have to play our order of operations into the problem. So let's try 3 plus a negative n times a 4 divided by a negative 2 plus a 3 to the n. And I'm going to say that n in this case is 2. So we're going to plug our n value in, and then we're going to start solving our problem. So I have my original problem written down. You should write it down. Now I'm going to plug my n in. 3 plus a negative. That negative stood there. Okay, it has to stay. Now I'm plugging in the 2 times 4 divided by negative 2 plus 3, and the n is my exponent, so I'm going to plug my 2 in for my exponent. And now we have to solve. But remember, we have to use GEMDAS. Okay, and our GEMDAS says we do grouping symbols first, then exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So I do have a grouping symbol. I have a parenthesis, but there's nothing to do with it except maybe multiply that negative times it, and that's going to remove the parenthesis. So I'm going to say 3 plus a negative 2, because negative 1 times a 2 is negative 2, times 4 divided by negative 2 plus, and here I come to my exponents. So I have to use my exponents first. 3 to the power of 2 is 9. So this 3 to the power of 2 is really 3 times 3, which is 9. Okay? And now I'm going to solve. And I have to do, I've done my grouping and my exponents, I have to do my multiplication and my division next. And I do them in order from left to right. So this is an addition sign, so I'm going to leave it alone. But then I come to a multiplication, which is really this negative 2 times a positive 4. So negative 2 times positive 4 is negative 8, divided by negative 2 plus 9. And now I have a division problem that I have to do. So I'm going to leave my 3 plus, and I'm going to do my division problem. Negative 8 divided by negative 2 is a positive 4, because a negative divided by a negative is a positive, plus that 9. And now I do my addition and my subtraction left to right. 3 plus 4 is 7 plus 9, and 7 plus 9 is 16. So I get the answer of 16. Now I'm going to leave the paper here. You can push pause so that you can make sure that you solve it. There's 2 more videos. They're on the 7th grade website. I'm also going to host them to your site. I want you to take notes on them. They involve the exponents as well as the order of operations.